The boat race today is about 120 years old. In the first 50 years of that race, there is still alive today an oarsman, Mr. G.C. Dicker, who rowed for Cambridge in 1875, 2 years before perhaps the most famous race of all, the Dead Heat of 1877. Today, Mr. Dicker is 96 years old. I think myself, looking at him, that he could almost go down to the towpath again and row from Putney to Mortlake. He was a great oarsman in his day, and his recollections of the race, though perhaps it may be many years ago, are not as vivid as they might be, but he remembers still a great deal about it. Now, Mr. Dicker, you rowed number 3 in that Cambridge boat, didn't you?
I'm so sorry I can't remember anything about it worth telling you. All I know is that we were about a length and a quarter ahead after we'd rowed about a mile and a half, I think. We got into very lumpy, rough water. Opposite, I think, Harrods, somewhere about there. At all events, it had a very bad effect on me because it broke down my seat, and the sharp points of the broken timber ran into my back, and I suppose it must have affected our pace, our going, considerably, for Oxford went clean ahead of us, and they went too far ahead of us for us ever to catch them, although people at the end of the race, or near the end, said we were going faster than they were. But they got a long way ahead, and of course they won. We were beaten. My back was very sore for a long time. The sharp points of the broken timber cut into it, but that's about all I remember of it. I wish I could tell you something more interesting. Is that enough?
That's fine, sir. Surely that must have been very shortly after the introduction of slides, wasn't it? They only came in about 2 years, I think, before then, didn't they?
First of all, we had brass rods for slides, and then we had glass tubes. When I rowed, we had brass tubes. I belonged to First Trinity, Cambridge. We won the ladies' plate at Henley, and I won with close the varsity pairs, and that's about all I did at Cambridge worth speaking about, except rowed head of the river.
Well, winner of the ladies' plate, winner of the varsity pairs, head of the river, and a Cambridge blue. And I know that to be a fact. It's not only in the records, but I myself have seen Mr. Dicker's oars, which to this day are hanging in his room. Well, personally, I would say that, in the rowing world, is something well worth talking about.